everybody. So today we're going to be talking about something that's been on my mind for a minute. Being that I call myself the pop culture maven besides Cyborg Sky Guy and Eden Barbarella and Jeremiah Neal, all these other names I done came up with for myself. I think I've been noticing as I've been reflecting on the fact that, oh my God, this decade is almost over in a couple days. How are we about to go into the 20s again? Y'all about to be in the roaring 20s again. All the stuff that I have not liked about pop culture, and not in a negative sense, is just more things that I would want to change in the future and look in a more positive light. And one thing that I do want us to leave behind in 2019 and going into a completely new decade is cancel culture. A lot of y'all like, what the hell is cancel culture? Cancel culture, in my opinion, is discriminating against any type of artist just because it's trendy to bully them for no apparent reason whatsoever. It's just fun to make fun of them. It's not because they're not talented or they're ugly or all these other reasons or if they've done anything bad to anybody. It's nothing like that. It's just simply because it's fun to not like them. And I feel like that's not fair because a lot of the artists that I think you guys like, you like them because they're being forced on you, not necessarily you like them because you've made the choice to actually like them. And just the same way as you've been able to do that, you're also being forced to ride this random bandwagon of not liking somebody when in all actuality, you probably like their music. And the reason why I can say that is I used to be that guy. Yes, there's so many times where I've just sat there and made fun of artists and pretended like, oh, they're the worst and whatever. And then secretly I'm in my bedroom jamming out to their music. And it's time to fess up and admit that it's okay that sometimes you like an artist's songs and not them. I would say like I have a couple of Taylor Swift songs in my playlist, but I wouldn't ever go to no Taylor Swift concert or I would never like go purchase her album in its entirety. But I also do feel like there are some artists that I have particularly given up on just because people said it was okay to do or fun to do or they were whack or whatever, and then I'm actually listening to their music and stuff and I'm like, oh my God, like this stuff is actually dope. Why am I listening to the bandwagon and letting the bandwagon determine who I listen to or why I do it? And this is weird coming from someone like me who worships pop culture, but I'm just saying this to say that there are a few artists in particular that I want to bring up, like number one, Tinashe did not get any respect besides Two On and maybe All Hands on Deck. Everybody was trying to come at her neck for no apparent reason. Why do we not like Tinashe? Just because it's funny? The girl is talented. She can sing her ass off. She done wrote half the songs that y'all was bopping to during the decade. So why? That's a prime example of cancel culture. This one might be a little controversial, but Iggy Azalea. I feel like a lot of the times, sometimes y'all just want to ride hard for her, and the other times y'all just want to pick on her because she's a white girl that can rap. But y'all know y'all was bumping to Fancy, just like y'all know y'all bumping to a couple of the other songs. It's okay to like not like everything about that artist, but still admit that they're talented. You don't have to cancel that actual art form because some of those songs deserve more accolades, like more bounce. That was a bop, you know what I mean? But I feel like everyone just gives up. And this is another thing that cancel culture obviously reflects on the way that the business side receives the artist. And that's not fair too. So just because we think it's funny to be mean to somebody, they should just lose their record deal. No, a person should lose their record deal because they're not talented or they're not going to their recording sessions or they're not fulfilling the contractual agreements, not just because people want to pick on people. You feel me? Another person, Tyga. Tyga's another person. I'm glad that he's kind of like hopping back on trend, but it's just like besides the fact that he was dating, but there was parental consent on that. I guess Kris Jenner said it was okay, so it was okay. But besides all that, people were hating on Tyga, not realizing that Tyga still and has always made bops. He was always making bops, but it was just on trend to hate. But now Taste was one of the bops of 2019. You see what I mean? It's just that's dependent on people just being mean for no reason. Now, if you was doing some effed up stuff, by all means, like for instance, this whole Camila Cabello issue. If you haven't heard about this, Camila was caught DMing saying the N-word and saying some racist things, which is ironic because she was a bandmate in Fifth Harmony with Normani, who is like the chocolate princess of the Generation Z people. Normani got a lot of bullying. Normani was bullied tremendously on social media by people calling her monkeys, gorillas, or whatever, and her bandmate was also doing that at one part in time. So a lot of people are not liking this, and I get it, but in my opinion, I think this is a publicity stunt, and I think that everyone thought Camila's second album was going to smash, but it is not doing too well. It debuted at number 3, and then the second week it immediately dropped to number 18 on the charts. And in this kind of stage in the game where the industry doesn't really know what's going on, it's kind of like a guessing game. They're trying to just keep her name out there in the press. So we have this random relationship with Shawn Mendes, okay? And then now we have this story about her using this derogatory slur that was already released 2 to 3 years prior back. So they already reusing a campaign that we already heard about. So why are we re-releasing this? I mean, she already done apologized before. I don't know if I really believe it, but whatever. Like, if y'all support her, y'all support her. I personally don't think that's cool, but I mean, like, what can we do? There's so many talented artists in the city. I come across singers and dancers and people every single day that have just so much talent, and I really hope that they get seen. And the only way we can do that is actually if we're actually sharing amazing music. You know what I mean? That's what it should be about at the end of the day. Bump all the gimmicks and all that mess y'all see on the Shade Room and stuff like that and focus on the music. And I promise y'all gonna find some amazing gems in 2020. So can we please cancel culture in 2020? Y'all gonna vow with me to try to do that? I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy, but just try to take a pledge to try to be more positive when it comes to people releasing their content, because it's not easy being a creator. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, I gotta go. But I will see y'all tomorrow with another video. Bye.